What's up, guys? We're gonna learn V. Um, uh, I'm gonna learn the V programming language. Hopefully, I can use it to to do wonderful things in life. I'm planning on making a tutorial series. V programming language. It's still a beta programming language. It's at 0.3. It's a cool programming language to look at. I feel like everyone should probably learn it. Maybe learn a low level programming language. C developers would it's an exciting project. It's a programming language that can transpile back to C, or get compiled down to back to C, or you can use C code in the programming language itself. So if you're a C developer, you can just jump back into this programming language and start working with it. It's very small, so to download it's very quick and easy. It's very fast as well. Like I said, they compare it a lot to C, and you can use the okay, now anyway, yeah, whatever. So yeah, you guys should really read a lot about this programming language on their homepage. They use it a lot to build graphics libraries or graphics GUI libraries. You can use it to build, I think, also mobile. I'm not sure, but a lot of people are working on this programming language. And oh, I didn't know they had a playground. Oh wow, the last time I came here they didn't have a playground. But that's awesome, that's beautiful. So yeah, so I'm just gonna start coding, and I'm just gonna start learning from their from their website. So this is the first program. They have a whole table of contents here of what you can do. Before that, you guys can install it, you can use it. I'm obviously on Ubuntu right now, so you guys can install it. That's very easy to install it on Ubuntu. And yeah, just go ahead, just go to their website, to their homepage, and just follow instructions. Very easy to use. I'm using Visual Studio Code, so I'm just gonna get started. I'm just gonna start coding until I pass out. Probably not gonna pass out today, but yeah, I'm very tired also. So so we start off with, they have a main function, so fn main and print line, and then you go on. Okay, fn main, I think print line. I should probably put this here. Let's see. There you go. I was checking here on YouTube if there are any tutorials for the V programming language. Seems like there are a few tutorials, but nothing really. Compared to other programming languages such as C, for example. C has been in the game for a very long time. So alright, so just gonna start coding here. Let's see, hello world. How do I run this? Can I just go into CD, okay. Okay, so to run this, you go v run main.v, and then there we go. It compiled and it ran. This is assuming that you have symlink v as described here. So symlink basically will allow you, if you run this command, it will basically allow you to use V anyway in your computer. Otherwise you will have to use the path or the extension to the programming language. Congratulations, you just wrote and executed your first V program. You can compile a program without execution with V. Hello.v, hello V, da 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 da. As in many other languages such as C, Go, Rust, main is the entry point of the program. Println is one of the few built-in functions that prints value passed in standard output. Fn main declaration can be skipped in one file program. This is useful when writing small program scripts or just learning the language. For brevity, Fn main will be skipped in this tutorial. Okay, this means hello world. Okay, cool. Running project with several files. Suppose you have a folder with several V files in it, where one of them contains the main function and the other files have other helper functions. They may be organized by topic, but still not structured enough to be their own separate reusable modules, and yet you want to compile them into one, all into one program. In other languages, you would have to use includes or a build system to enumerate all files, compile them separately to a file to object files, then link them into one file executable. In V, however, you can compile and run the whole folder of .v files together using just the v.run. Passing parameters also work, so you can do vrun dot dash dash your param some other stuff. So you can run everything with this dot. Okay, the above will first compile your files into a singular program named after your folder project, and then it will execute the program with dash dash your param some other stuff passed to it as CLI parameters. Your program can then use the CLI parameters like this: import os println os.arguments. Interesting. So let's do this. os.arguments. So I'd have to import os. Okay. So I can now say vrun main.v sam. So it returns an array. So my second, or my index 1 of the array that it returns will be my first parameter, or my argument. After successful run, v will delete generated executables. If you want to keep it, use v dash dash keep run dot instead, or just compile manually with v dot. Any v compiler flags should be passed before the run command. Everything after the source file folder will be passed to the program as it is. It will not be processed by v. So this is a single line comment. And this, oopsie. This is a multi-line comment. Right, alright. And it can be nested. Oh, wow. So you can nest comments. Right. Functions. So now we reach functions. Fn main, println add this and this, println subtract this and this. So all you gotta do in there is to add and subtract functions. So we can just say add 22 and 53 and subtract. Don't even need to do doing this. 100 and 30. Alright, so now I have to write the functions. Oh, okay. I guess their style of doing things is adding the functions beneath the main function, so I'm just gonna follow along. So you basically do things the same way. X integer, y is an integer, and do we return x plus y? So pretty standard stuff. And fn subtract Okay, so we run into errors. Unexpected argument. Current function does not return anything. Return x plus y. Wow. What is this? Add 22 and y. Huh. Oh, it returns. It has. So I have to have a return type. Okay. I guess I have to return. I have to have a return type. Right. How do I print my answer? First of all, let me see if so print line cannot be empty. Expected one argument but got 0. So right. Again, the types comes after the argument's name. Just like in Go and C, functions cannot be overloaded. This simplifies the code and improves maintainability and readability. Sheesh, I even forgot what function overloading is. What is? Oh, like basically redeclaring the same function multiple times and just adding different parameters for the different functions. So that's something that you can do in C and C++, but you can do in, yeah, it does maintain maintainability and readability, definitely. Voice things. So functions can be used before their declaration. So I'm just gonna write a really big comment here, so that I can come back and always remind myself. Functions can be used before their declaration. Add and sub are declared after main, but can still be called from main. This is true for declarations in V and eliminates the need for header files or thinking about the order of files and declarations. Returning multiple values. So I can return 2 and 3. So Oh, nice. So here I can basically say fn foo. Let me just do this. Function that returns multiple values. Fn foo will be functions return a and b. What do I do? Whoa. Oh, if it returns multiple values, then we need to have some parentheses after the function, and instead of just returning one variable, it's going to return multiple. So it's going to be int and int. So it's going to return a and b. It's not taking anything. Okay, so let's just say it's returning 2 and 3. So in the main function, I'm gonna call foo that returns null. So we're gonna say a and b, which I'm declaring right now, is gonna be set to foo. So now if I say print line, and I print a, this will return something, and if I print line b, should return something. So let's test that out. We run main.v. Telling me that a error expression evaluated but not used. Am I not using it? Oh, I think I was doing that wrong. Oopsie, guess there's no parentheses. There we go. So hello world, our arguments. Why are we now only hello world os.args? Oh, because we didn't pass any arguments. We'll return one array with one item if no args are paused. Okay, cool. C will ignore the values using the, so I guess only the first item will be assigned. So okay, symbolic visibility, I'm just gonna skip that. Symbolic visibility, public function. Functions are private, not exported by default. To allow the other module to allow other modules to use them, prepend pub. The same applies to structs, constants, and types. Okay. Functions are naturally private and can't be used outside the file. Use pub before function. I'm gonna try and like code every day in this programming language until I get really good at it. Okay, so for that, we're just gonna say public function example. So we're gonna say pub fn public function like this, return 100. There we go. this is a private function. Functions are private, not exported by default. Read that already. Note that pub can only be used from the name module, from a named module. For information about creating a module, see modules. Okay. Variables. Name is Bob. This is how we declare variables. Just gonna name it a public function, or just a function. So we're gonna say, geez, this is so weird. I'm not used to this. Bob. I like to use so okay, age is 22, so numbers don't are not strings. Large number, integer of 64, and we're gonna toss in 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Let's just use that, and then print line large number. I'm just gonna run that. Public function. Function name cannot contain uppercase letters. Use snake case instead. What? Wow. So I cannot use uppercase, so I cannot use camel case. Wow, alright, that's gonna be very interesting. I'm so used to camel case, I promise you. And I'm so used to parentheses, return 100. Oh, so I need to declare what type I'm outputting, and I'm not outputting anything. So do I have to say void? I guess not. Okay, so warning, unused variable age. Alright, so let's just get rid of all our warnings. Doing this and this. We'll print out the name, and we'll print out the age. We'll also print out the oh, we already had that. So there we go, 2 3 Bob 22 and trip whatever number of 9s they are. Variables are declared and initialized with this. This is the only way to declare variables in V. This means that variables always have an initial value. The variables type is inferred from the variables always have an initial value. So you can't just declare a variable and just leave it empty. The variables type is inferred from the value on the right hand side. To choose a different type, use type conversion. The expression tv converts the value v to type t. Unlike most languages, V only allows defining variables and functions. By default, V does not allow global variables. Okay, that's crazy. Do not allow global variables. I'm gonna have to read more on that. For consistency across different code bases, all variable and function names must use the snake case style, as opposed to type names, which must use Pascal case. Okay, mutable variables. So mutable, age 20, print age equals 21. Print age. To change the values of the variable, use this. In V, variables are immutable by default. To be able to change the value of a variable, you have to declare it with mutable. So it means in this case I cannot change the value of name. So if I say name equals Sam, this is gonna give me issues because it's not mutable. So error, name is immutable. Declare it with mute to make it mutable. So I have to mute. Now I can change. Now Sam. Now the name is Sam. At the end there. Oh, okay. This is very interesting. Okay. Try compiling the program above mentioned. Remove. Okay. Initialization versus assignment. Note the important difference between this. Okay, this is used to declaring and initializing. So you have declaring and initializing. Equals is used for assigning. The code will not compile because the variable age is not declared. All variables need to be declared in V. So you can just use a variable that is not declared. So it needs to know the type of the variable. Oh wait, no. It doesn't even need to know the type of the variable. I just realized. So I guess it just automatically assigns the type of the variable. You just need to assign the variable and declare the variable. You have to declare a variable, but you cannot just declare a variable. You have to assign it. So it's both assigning and declaring mechanism. Okay, so mutable A goes. Okay, so I guess we're gonna be using mutable quite a lot. I'm gonna say mutable A, gonna set that to 0. Mutable D, I'm gonna set that to 0. I don't know, 1. I'm gonna say print line. This, I'm gonna say A, gonna $ parentheses, curly parentheses, and B. And I'm gonna go to main function. So we're gonna print that out. We're gonna run that. Run that, and we're realizing that we made added some parentheses. And fn print a lot, we don't know what the type we're returning is. Jeez, dude, I'm gonna forget that a lot. I really am. Okay, there we go. You can swap variables like that. So I can swap variables like a, b equals to b, a. Now it's 1, 0. Okay. In development mode, the compiler will warn you that you haven't used the variable. You'll get an unused variable warning. Yeah. In production mode, enable by passing the production flag to vprod. It will not compile at all, like in Go. So if you have warnings, it will not compile. Wow, that is good. This is good as well. V types, primitive types. So there are a lot of types. We have boolean, bool string, integer 8, integer 16, integer, which is 32, integer 64, integer. Okay, so that's it. This is not yet. Remember, this is a beta language. Rune represents a Unicode code point. F32, F64, these are, I think, floats. I size, U size, platform dependent. The size is how many bytes it takes to reference any location in memory. And void pointer, this one is mostly used for C interoperability. Geez, when you're going to use C and V together. And then there's any similar to C's void. Or goes interface. Or void pointer. Okay, int is always a 32-bit integer. I'm gonna skip all this stuff. An int value, for example, can automatically promote it to F64, I64. This kind of confused me. I'm gonna read this real slow. An integer value, for example, can be automatically promoted to F64 or I64, but not to U32. U32 would mean loss of the sign for negative values. Promotion from int to F32, however, is currently done automatically, but can lead to precision loss for large values. Literals like I23, 123 or 4.56 are treated in a special way. They do not lead to type promotions, however, they default to int and F64 respectively when their types has to be decided. U set to U16 is unsigned value. So that'll return Wait, I thought. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. It just wanted me to add a return type. So this, what they're doing here is basically explaining to me what's gonna get converted into what, depending on what I do. So they're basically saying that if I declare u and u is u16, integer of 6, unsigned integer of 16, and its value is 12, and then I redeclare u, v, and say okay, v is maybe 100 plus u. V now gets turned into a u16 type, so I don't need to declare its type. Well, it was going to be integer, but then I added u, so now it goes from integer, say for example integer or unsigned integer 16, it goes to, it will go from integer, normal integer, and Well, it won't go from a normal integer. It'll start off u is an unsigned 16, so it's here. So now v will go to become an unsigned 6. So if this u wasn't here and it was just 100, it will be I32. Where's I32? It'll just be an integer, but now it'll go back to unsigned of 16 because it just gets converted. X, if it's a float of 32, then y is x plus 3.14, then y becomes a float of 32. A is an integer, b is a float, b is of type f64 by default. C will be u plus a, that'll be u plus a, u16 plus 75. That means there will be unsigned of 16. C, is it of type int? Automatic promotion of user. Okay, cool. It's the same thing. Okay, so now we get to strings. Name Bob. Okay, assert name.length equals to 3. We'll print 3. I don't understand what assert means though. That's the thing. I remember. What is assert ng length? These are for debugging, so these are like facts of what I have in name. So name's first character is indeed this, which is actually b, so that is true. Assert name 1 to 3 equals ob. Slicing gives a string ob, so if you slice, I think the first letter out, you get returned with ob, so that'll, I don't know, return true. Escape codes, escape special characters like in C. I'm gonna end the video here. Just gonna continue reading a little bit and I'm gonna go to bed. Peace out, guys.